Good evening, my friends. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, and y'all know who the fuck it is. The man, the myth, and the machine, and the captain of the 2K club. And y'all know what that means, and I'm sorry it's so dark. Let me turn a little bit of light on in this car. And I managed to hit 2K last week for the first time without Uber. And I think this was kind of a big deal because obviously the personal power zones are not nearly as profitable as Uber's surge. And it's another big, I personally feel it's a big deal because it would not have been possible if I did not employ a strategy. Now, I know a lot of you out there, a lot of the doubters out there, a lot of you like to think you have a better strategy than me. That's laughable. But part of the reason I wanted to have a big week last week because I know how slow this week and next week are going to be. And I want to have a big week to show you guys why self-discipline and knowledge of the market are two of the most important things you could do as a rideshare driver, especially if you're a full-timer. Okay, so I'm gonna break down everything. I'm gonna break down the numbers right now, and I know there's gonna be some hate on this one, but bear with me. So on Lyft, it's gonna show $1,827. I'm not counting the change because I just can't do the kind of math in my head. $1,827 for the week last week. And I think it's going to say about 75 or 76 hours. I did one ride before 5 a.m. last week. That was $38.11. So that brings me to, God, I'm horrible at math, $1,865, I think. $45 in cash, $1,910, and $92 and something cents on Via. And I'm going to show the Via screenshot. Unfortunately, the bonuses that I got are not reflected on the screen. I will definitely post a community tab when I get my earnings statement from them. Okay, so that means I made roughly $2,003 last week without Uber. Okay, and I drove about 1,070 something miles on the Infinity, and then I drove 222 miles on the GMC yesterday. Yesterday was the toughest day of the week to drive. It was a straight grind. I got one power zone, okay? One. And I guess, okay, I'll talk about more about that in a minute. I want to talk about why you have to employ a strategy, right? Monday morning, everything worked out the way it should have been. Got the first Lux ride at like 4:40. Knocked that one out. 8 miles into the city. Got another Lux ride and the first one had a power zone. The second one had a power zone too. Knocked that one out. And then I was filtering. 6 out of my 7 rides on Monday morning all had power zones attached. I think I made $20 in just power zones on Monday morning. Had like $170 morning on Monday. It was decent. Tuesday, if I remember correctly, I was in the car about 5 a.m. I think my first ride didn't take me to the airport, but it did take me towards I think it took me towards Evanston, but not to Evanston. And then I filtered from there and then did my morning routine there. Wednesday was a bit different because Tuesday I started with an airport ride, sorry. Wednesday I went towards Evanston, then filtered. And all these days I did my usual filter and pivot in the city, you know, and I was okay doing economy during that time because the whole point of why I filter is because I don't want an airport ride between 5:30 and 7:30. Now, the only drawback is most of those mornings I didn't get any airport rides after the morning rush, okay? So Thursday was the only morning, I think, yeah. Thursday, I remember I woke up a little late, but I was in the car about 5:10 and did not get a single ping. So at about 5:35, I had to eat the miles and drove into the city dead, did what I could. Friday, did what I could in the morning, drove overnight into Saturday. Saturday was a bit of a disappointment And then yeah, yesterday was a grind. Like I said, with filters, I was on app for like 15 hours and 20 minutes or something yesterday. But I didn't want to stop until I hit 2K, and I just barely got it. And the reason why I talk about strategy is what I said before. I wouldn't make the money I do without using my destination filters. One, I wouldn't make the money I do if I spent that much time at the airport, which I didn't. I waited at the airport lot one time last week, and that was the second to last ride I did yesterday. I had a ride take me, okay, it was about 9:20, I think, and I was downtown, and I was just waiting for any ping, and I had 30. No, I want to make sure I get this right. I think I needed something like $51 or something to hit my goal, something like that. And then I got a 50, because I got the trip duration and direction on Lyft. I got unlocked. So I got a 51-minute trip heading west. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, that'll be a long ride. That might be worth like $30, $35. If I get one more medium length ride after that, I will hit $2,000. That ride was going west, but it wasn't a long trip. It was pretty much a straight shot west to, like, it was a two-stopper. So one ride took me a little bit west, and another ride took me back kind of northeast. So at that point, and the Bears game was letting out around that time, but I was further away from the Bears game than I was from O'Hare. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go to O'Hare and pray to get a long ride. Because at that point, I was $29 and something cents away from $2,000. Okay? So then, I went to the airport for the first time last week. The queue on Lyft said 15 to 36 minutes or something like that. Around the 19-20 minute mark, I got a ping from Lyft. It said 35 minutes southwest. I thought that was Naperville, and I was like, okay, if it's Naperville, I got this. It was not Naperville, it was Glen Ellen. The ride was $26 and something cents. So I was $2 and something cents away from goal. Then I got a short little ride, which with a tip was like $6, and then I got another tip added today after from yesterday. So that put me a few dollars over. So yeah, I did it. And like I said, the reason I did the $2,000 goal this week was because I wanted to show you guys it is possible. I did have to kind of play the game with Via a little bit because I had to take advantage of their promos, because sometimes with their promos or guarantees, you can potentially make $40 for an hour to an hour and a half when they offer them. So I did do that. And yeah, like other than that, I just stuck to the program, guys. I used my filters. I counted the math. Even with the Infinity, I had to do shared rides because I was trying to get that trip duration and direction. So out of the 122 rides I did, or 123 technically, I did on Lyft, 17 were shared. Okay, so I did that, and I still had a busy week though. Like I drove a lot. Obviously, with Via, I was definitely in the car around 80 hours. This was definitely an 80-hour week. But my per mile average, which I don't have my calculator open right now, so my per mile average was probably over $1.50 last week, but going into Friday, it was actually like $1.76. So my per mile average was looking really good, and then it got fucked up yesterday because I ate so many miles yesterday doing economy. It was just dry as a bone in the city, didn't get any power zones, and I was eating miles after airport rides. So yeah, yesterday kind of fucked me up for the week, but all in all, I did it. And I know you guys are gonna give me shit about the Via thing, but I'll show the community post when I get the email about the earnings breakdown. So yeah, guys, again, if you want, go back to my old videos where I talk about how to make $2,000 driving. For me, it's all about knowledge of the market and self-discipline, right? If you can wake up early and you filter and you don't have to eat that many miles, you can do it. Now here's the thing, I can, if I really wanted to doing straight economy, I can make $2,000 doing straight economy on Lyft, right? If I could try to make $300 or what, $270 something per day in 7 days, I can do it. But here's the thing, I don't really want to. That's not my approach to driving. I don't want to make $1 per mile to make that much money, because then I'll be ruining this car. You know, like if I make $2,000 but it took 2,000 miles, that's not worth it to me. If I can make $2,000 in 13 or 1,400 miles, that's way more worth it to me. Okay? So yeah, I just want to show you guys what's possible. It is possible with just Lyft and Via. I definitely would have made closer to 2,300 or 2,400 if I had Uber in the same amount of time last week, because it was very busy, but I didn't. So we're making do. All right, so that's all I got for this one, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. And yeah, everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.